Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. We're just waiting a few more seconds or a few more minutes for more people to join us. I might wait another minute or two. In the meantime, for those who've already joined me, can I just please check that everybody can hear me just fine? If you can do a show of hands, that would be great. Also write in the chat. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Wisdom. Thanks, Nick. Also, if you guys could introduce yourselves, I'd love that. So if you could just tell me a bit about yourself or which Nexford program you're actually interested to apply to, or where in the world you're joining us from today, that would be great. So are you interested in an MBA at Nexford or a BBA? Is everyone able to write on the chat? I hope it's accessible for you. There's also a Q&A box or a Q&A section where you can write your questions. So if you're joining me today and you have specific questions about the Nexford learning experience or anything else Nexford related, please make sure to send them in the Q&A section or the Q&A box so I can get to them towards the end of the webinar. Nice to meet you, Wisdom. So Wisdom, you're from Nigeria. That's fantastic. We have Nick from Kenya, Nairobi. That's amazing. Okay, you're interested in an MBA. Wonderful. Have you started your Nexford application yet, Nick? In Wisdom, you're applying for a BBA. Okay, great to see that we have some diversity today. I can see we have a Stephen with us as well as an Usman. I hope I'm saying that correctly. We have Paul who just joined. Hi guys, thanks so much for joining my virtual tour today. All right, I think we can get started. So in the meantime, for those who have just joined, by the way, this is being recorded just in case anybody wants to watch a playback for your reference or for your convenience once the webinar is over. Also, I'll be starting to share my screen in a few seconds so you can start to see the online learning platform at Nexford. And of course, if you have any questions, just to remind you again, please send them in the Q&A section or the Q&A box, because I'll be taking questions at the end of our 30 minutes today. All right, with that, let me start sharing my screen. So it can freeze a little bit, guys. So if it's frozen for a bit, please hang in there. Hope that you can all hear me. All right, I believe my screen is now viewable by everybody. So currently what you're looking at is the Nexford online platform. So this is our LMS. It's actually called Canvas. It's a learning management system. We partnered up with them earlier in the year, and it's known to be adopted by top universities like Harvard and Oxford. So I'm sure you're going to find that this platform is super user-friendly. Of course, you're going to get all the sort of training that you need at the beginning before you start your official Nexford program to know exactly how to use this online platform. And like I said, I'm sure you're going to find it very easy to navigate through. I'll show you some of the features today as well as how to go through it, of course. So first of all, what you're currently looking at is the homepage of the online platform. Again, like I said, it's called Canvas. This is, of course, how it looks like, the homepage, if you're accessing it through a PC or a laptop. The great thing is there's also a mobile application called Canvas Student. So this is something that is accessible not only for Android users, but of course iPhone users as well. You should find it in the store. You can just download the application, look for Nexford, and use your login credentials as a Nexford learner. So you should only be able to access the online platform once, of course, you've enrolled at Nexford. So anytime you have applied and you've also enrolled, even if you choose a future program start date, you can access our online platform right from the start. So that could be 3 whole months of access to the online platform, as well as all the Nexford learner benefits from before you even start your official Nexford program. So if anyone has any questions so far, please, if this has jogged your memory and it's made you think of some questions that you have, I'm more than happy to answer them. So please share that in the Q&A section or the Q&A box. So again, this is the home page, and these 4 boxes you see right here, they represent the courses that you're enrolled in at Nexford, right? But not all of them. The NXU Orientation, this is sort of the welcome package that you have to go through once you get enrolled at Nexford. It only has 3 modules, whereas every Nexford course has 6 modules and a final project. So this is much shorter. And like I said, it is like a welcome package. You have to complete it to be able to know how to access our online platform, how to reach out to other learners or your professor or any faculty member. It tells you all about what a success advisor is. Is this, I'll tell you more about that, of course, as well today. It'll tell you about grading and so much more. I will show you guys a bit about the orientation today, so you have an idea. But like I said, it is something you will have to complete, once you get enrolled and before you start your official program. So this is not, like I said, a course that is within any Nexford program that you get enrolled in. It's not part of the main curriculum. It's like the welcome package, whereas the writing lab also is not a course. It is a resource that is open for all Nexford learners throughout their journey. So it's always there for you, and I'll show you guys more about that as well today. So for now, let me just talk about the NXU orientation. So if you open that and then you page, it takes you to the section right here, which will be a group of all of this together. You can jump out, will be this section right here. So it starts with an introduction, and like I said, 3 modules, and then just a close. This will jump into the introduction to show you guys more about that. Right from the beginning, you get a welcome video from our founder and CEO, Fadil Tarzi. I'd love to play that for you guys just for a few seconds. Can everybody still hear me though and see me? Guys, can you please confirm for me on the chat if everybody can hear me and see me? Okay, fantastic. Thanks for that. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry, guys. Try to play the video.
I thought to myself, is it? It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies, or with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan.
Entirety, hopefully once you enroll at Nexford, But I just want to say that this is a small example of the different, dynamic elements through which we're going to be doing your studying at Nexford. It's not just going to be a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep. You'll find that there are videos like these. There will be sometimes YouTube videos, log length article clips, little exercises that you need to do, outside resources, and so much more. So there's always something to keep you engaged. And I'd like to show you a bit about that as well today. And also any video you see in any module, you'll find that it often has a written transcript that you can download for the video. As you go through the orientation, we start to tell you the different communities and things you can do and join from the beginning that can help you throughout your learning journey, such as this these NXU go through different topics. Of course, these are led by other Nexford learners as well as industry experts. And you'll find the topics being things like entrepreneurship, or if you're interested in marketing or finance or HR. And I totally recommend that you join these from the beginning. Definitely help you through. Some of them are country specific, learner specific, or intake specific. So that is an example. This is just the introductions. You will go through the 3 modules. You'll learn so much more about what Nexford has to offer, what all the learner benefits are. You'll learn, of course, more about, the deadlines for your courses, your assignments, participation deadline. You'll learn how to order your courses, what you need to take before the other, how to add more than one course at a time, and learn how to take a leave of absence if you need to. So we understand that life happens. If at any point you need to pause your program, that's definitely possible, whether or not you're taking an MBA or a BBA. So during your BBA journey, you can take up to 8 or I believe 10 months of leave if you need to. For the MBA, I believe it's 6 to 8. So of course that is depending on approval as well, but our team will be super happy to help anybody. We understand, like I said, that life happens. So anytime you need to pause your program as well, just let our team know as soon as you know you need to take a break as soon as possible. Okay, so this is just an example of the orientation. And if you wish to open it in a new page, it'll look much bigger like this. So you can definitely play around a lot with the application, guys. And let me now just tell you about the different things in the navigation pane on the left side here, what these buttons all mean. So of course, account is just, you can edit anything within your account. This is the main dashboard. You can click on that anytime. And then courses, if you click on that, it'll give you an overview of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. If you click on the calendar, it takes you to this page for the calendar, and you'll find different items in the calendar with different colors, right? And this depends on what you're enrolled in. So, and these colors are something that you can control from the outside. So depending on the courses that you're enrolled in, you can change the color of that. And this will get reflected in the calendar. Just some little fun things you can play around with in the platform if you wish to do a color overlay to be more obvious. Of course, in the calendar, you can remove things if you don't want to see it, and so on. You can add your own events. You can make it brief if you like. You can add your own to-do, or you can make it much more fleshed out if you want to add more details to this event. And of course, if you download the mobile application, then you'll receive notifications on your phone for any calendar events. The calendar in general can be synced with your PC or laptop or your mobile phone, so you're always connected and you don't miss out on any assignment deadlines or otherwise. That's the calendar. And then the inbox is one of the easiest ways you can communicate with anybody in faculty or any other learner here for any events or other things going on. You'll receive that straight to your mailbox. Of course, you can we enrolled in, for example, let's say leadership and organizational development, which is an MBA course. Do you want to speak with the team? Students, let's say you do know that they're enrolled with you in this. Let's say you want to speak with Abigail, that's it. Put in your subject and your message and send. And it's that easy to send a message to a learner, for example. Anybody have any questions about the sections I've covered so far? If you do, please send them to the Q&A box so I can get to them at the end of our webinar. All right, so that is the inbox. Of course, history, I'll just give you, these are the last things you've navigated to in our online platform. And then finally, you'll find these extra resources such as LinkedIn Learning and our NXU library, which are one of the many resources you get access to as a Nexford learner. So the NXU library is a very robust library of over 60 million resources that cover so many different topics and industries around the world. As you can see, you'll find blogs here, articles, encyclopedias, research papers, and so much more. So this is super useful for you, of course, as a research tool throughout your Nexford journey. All right, so that is the NXU library. And what else? Yeah, before I jump into LinkedIn Learning and the other career services that you get access to, let me talk about the Writing Lab, which I mentioned earlier. So the Writing Lab is there because we know that not everybody is a natural born writer at Nexford, and especially for the types of writing or assignments that you need to do for your Nexford programs. You may need to learn things such as APA formatting. This will tell you all about that. Of course, if you need to improve your academic writing or English skills as well, this is where you can get to do that. So let me just go to the module section for this. So you'll find so many topics here that help you, whether it's how to paraphrase or you need help with your English grammar, maybe your paragraph structure, and otherwise. If this doesn't still answer your question, you'll find FAQs here. If that also doesn't still answer your question, then I recommend you speak with our Writing Lab coach directly. So you can book a one-on-one session with her. Her name is Caroline Fernandez. You'll find her here. There's a little bio about her. And if you click on this, you can book a one-on-one session with her. And so if I click on that, it takes you here to this booking page so that you can book a 30-minute call with her and just ask her, of course, any questions that you may have. Just pick a date and a timing that is suitable for you, put in your info and book. And it's that easy to have a session with Caroline. That is an option for you. Otherwise, you can check out the announcements. And you'll get these notifications, whether it's in your inbox, like I showed you earlier, you can get them straight to your email. But also you can see them straight, directly in the online platform. And these announcements are because she regularly holds these drop-in sessions. So what they are calls that you can join. They could be around 30 minutes, and they are joined by many learners from around the world. So Nexford currently has learners from over 90 countries around the world. So I truly recommend that you try to join these drop-in sessions. She sometimes announces beforehand what topics she would be talking about in these sessions. You'll even find sometimes PowerPoint presentations. The great thing is that they are also being recorded. So if you said that you would join these sessions, then you can later watch the playback or the recording of the session. I'm starting to get questions, I think, and that's really good. I'm happy. So please, guys, if you have more questions, please send them in. So I will start answering questions in a few minutes. All right, so that is the Writing Lab, guys. You can also book a one-on-one session with a success advisor. So what a success advisor is, this is somebody that will sort of serve as your coach or your mentor throughout your program, and they get assigned to you at the beginning. Once you get enrolled, you will meet your personal or dedicated success advisor. They're there to make sure that you succeed. They'll help you with anything learning related or platform related. They can even help you with scheduling, how to meet your study goals, how to meet your schedule goals, and so on. So this is where you can also book a one-on-one call with the Success Advisor. If you don't find the Success Advisor that you had been assigned, you can pick anybody else. We have Success Advisors on board 24/7 to help you. So anybody will be more than happy to help you with any questions that you have. You put in your info and book, and it's that easy also to just book a 30-minute call with any Success Advisor. Okay, finally, I will jump into the career services portal. So at Nexford, we don't only help you with your studying, of course, we also help you with your career opportunities and career skills in general, or job skills. That is not only through the program, but we have so many services on board that you get unlimited access to, which can help you jumpstart your career. For example, if you're taking our MBA, your first career planning session will be during your 3rd month learning with us. So let's start off by talking about LinkedIn Learning. If you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, that is obviously under LinkedIn, and through this platform, you'll find thousands of courses, literally over 16,000 courses that you get unlimited access to as an expert learner. They cover so many different topics and videos around the world. They can vary in duration, of course. You might find something 5 minutes, you might find a course or something that is 2 or 3 hours long. The great thing is when you complete these, you do receive a certificate of completion. That's a great thing to add to your CV or your profile online. It tells, of course, employers that you're gaining skills on the go and you're not just waiting for your Nexford degree to be completed. You find a lot of our learners really love this benefit. Other than that, you also get these digital badges upon completing certain Nexford courses. We have these fun names like data-driven decision maker or financial decision supporter. I know this may not make a lot of sense for somebody who isn't studying at Nexford, but the great thing is anybody can click on that and it can take you to this page, which is verified by Badger. It's an official page which tells you what skills you gained exactly, what was the earning criteria for you to be awarded this Nexford digital badge. So these were the skills, for example, that this person had gained. That is LinkedIn Learning. You also get access to IBM Digital Nation Africa if you are based in Africa. So this covers more tech-related courses or topics. If you're into programming, if you're into AI or cybersecurity, or otherwise, then this is definitely the place for you. We also have Localize, where you can create a profile for yourself. You can get connected with career coaches and mentors around the world. You can also join virtual job fairs. It's a great platform that I recommend you guys research as well to learn more about. Right, and we also have the Global Grid. So the Global Grid, we launched this earlier in the year. So this initiative, it is a mentorship program that enables talent around the world to prepare for remote jobs. You'll find that there are webinars, live webinars that can be joined by anybody. We announce this, of course, if you're in our mailing list or you're following our events page, then you should definitely be aware of these. Other than that, we do hold these exclusive group mentoring sessions that are only open to Nexford learners. You'll find that our mentors were handpicked for their industry expertise, and they work in companies like Samsung and Coca-Cola. Other than that, we also have Forage. We also partnered up with them, and it's a career resource to get virtual job experience at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. It's a free resource that complements your learning, and you get to apply the skills as you learn them. Plus, you can choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which can lead to interview opportunities for internships as well. A lot of our learners have tried to use this and have found it very beneficial as well. All right, I think that about sums up the Nexford online platform, as well as some of our learner benefits. Of course, there's so much to unravel here and there's so much to cover. So we don't have a lot of time today, unfortunately, but I will share with you guys on chat a link where you can book a one-on-one session with me as well. I hold these virtual tours one-on-one also for about 15 minutes or so. So I'll share the link with you for that. In case you have further questions or wish to sort of explore a different area in the online platform before you get started at Nexford. And if anybody is still unclear also about the application and enrollment process at Nexford, I'm happy to cover that. So if that is a question you guys are having, please share them with me. I'll be happy to tell you guys more about that. So come on, guys, does anybody have any questions before we wrap things up? I see that we have a question here from Kazim. You say, let's see, I guess this is an introduction of how the dashboard works. Is the class an online real-time or a recorded class? It is neither, Kazim. So you will learn through the different ways that I showed you earlier today. Let me pick a course to further explore for you so you can better understand how the online platform is like. So you'll learn through videos. They're not, there aren't live instructions. They aren't recorded by, professors. However, you can have one-on-one sessions with professors. You will sometimes do, group projects with other learners around the world. Sometimes you will be on a video call and everything with other professors and so on. But the learning is quite different. I think I showed you guys a bit about it today, but if it's still unclear, let me try to open a module here to give you guys more of an idea. Meantime, guys, if anybody has other questions, please send them in. We only have a few more minutes. Does everybody know when Nexford's programs start? Okay, I see a question here from Usman. That's fantastic. I will get to you in a second, Usman. Let me just share my screen to first answer Kazim's question about how exactly you would be studying online. So here I opened up a course called Roadmap to Success. Roadmap to Success is one of the early BBA courses you would take. Here is the introduction of module 1 of this course. So here's an example. Here's an audio clip
to achieve success
that is embedded.
Hello, and welcome to the start of your Roadmap to Success. Our goal with this module, building and working towards academic, business.
Sometimes you'll find audio clips like this that you'll need to listen to. You'll find slides that you have to click through to get the information you need. As you keep going, you'll find things that sort of just slide and appear to you. You need to read that. You'll find things that you need to click on. It won't go away unless you click on it. You should read the info to understand, and then as you keep going, you'll find so many different elements. As you can see, things just sort of slide open for you. Here you're being asked to check an outside resource. This is what I was talking about earlier. So the outside resource could be a blog, it could be an article, it could be a list or a playlist of YouTube videos that you need to complete to understand something. And then here you're being asked to sort of do a little quiz on what you've learned so far. Not loading though. Try to refresh that. In the meantime, okay, I can answer Usman's question about the MBA duration. So the average duration for an MBA is 18 months. That is a year and a half. When I say average, it's because at Nexford we practice a sort of flexible pace structure. So this means anybody can finish faster or slower depending on how many courses they take at the same time. So some people have finished their MBA in a year, 12 months, in 10 months, 8 months, or even less. So it really depends on your schedule. It depends on how many MBA courses you take side by side. It depends on if you complete every MBA course within the maximum 2 months, or can you finish it in a month? So imagine taking 4 courses per month instead of 4 courses per 2 months, or taking 1 course every 2 months. Like, it depends on how many courses you take together and how fast you finish them. And that can determine how fast you would finish your overall MBA. All right, so this was the part that wasn't loading earlier, guys. So here you're being asked to match these depending on your studies or what you went through earlier. Of course, I randomly answered that and got that incorrect, but I'm sure you'll get it correct once you read the information. We do not offer live classes or recorded classes also. It is as you see right now. So this is how you're going to be doing some of your learning. Of course, the NXU Orientation, once you take that, once you've enrolled at Nexford, it's going to tell you so much more about the Nexford learning experience. But here I just wanted to show you guys some of how it looks like. Yes, our courses start on the 1st of every month, Usman, because Usman is asking, so can I take my classes anytime that I'm ready? So of course there will be a certain pattern, courses you have to get enrolled in every term. How many courses you take depends on your GPA as well. So the higher your grades are, the more courses you can take at the same time. There will be courses that you do need to take in a certain order. So you'll learn all about that. But in general, there are no specific timings in the day or in the week where you need to log in and do your studying. So there isn't going to be that sort of schedule. It's a flexible schedule. So you can log in any time of the day, any time of the week, to finish your assignments, to do your studying, as long as you meet the assignment deadlines and participation deadlines and so on. And every Nexford course has to be completed in 8 weeks. So that is 2 months. I hope that's clear, guys. Okay, so Usman is asking how about tests or exams? So we do not have exams at Nexford. We're not like a school, that's different. So instead you get your GPA is formed depending on, it depends on your assignments, right? So everybody gets 6 graded assignments as well as a final project per course. And based on that forms your GPA. So at Nexford, it's not just about, memorizing stuff and trying to finish an exam to get a good grade. We can tell you're actually learning by applying the skills that you're getting per course and by applying that on your assignments and applying that on the final project of every course. And that way that, like I said, forms your overall GPA, which can get higher or lower per term, of course, depending on how you're performing in your courses. Wisdom, sorry, I missed your question. You're saying, what is the duration for the BBA courses? The average duration is 48 months, so that is 4 years. However, you can definitely finish a BBA in half the time, also based on the method I said earlier, which is taking more than 1 course at the same time, or completing every course faster than the average 2 months. So we have had a lot of BBA graduates already from Nexford that have completed their BBA in 2 years. That is definitely possible. So if you want to go for sort of a regular pace, when you're studying at Nexford, you can make that clear to our team from the beginning and they can help you with scheduling. If you want to do sort of an accelerated learning path, then you let our team know from the beginning also, and they can help you with scheduling, like I said, and to tell you which courses to take in which order and how to finish faster. So we're here to make sure you succeed. We're going to help you with every step. Like I mentioned also during the call, you have 24/7 access to our success team as well as our faculty. So we always have somebody on board to help you. You're never going to feel alone during your studying at Nexford, especially because of the WhatsApp groups that you join, learning communities. We have a chat option also on the online platform. Aside from the inbox, there are discussion forums as well that you can join, where you can have open discussions with other learners under certain modules. Hey guys, anybody have any more questions? Yes, that's right, Usman. So there's a deadline for submission of coursework for sure. So there's going to be a deadline for every assignment that you have in every course. And you're going to be very well aware of this right from the beginning, so don't worry. Especially as you go through course by course, you're already going to have those timelines, I think, memorized in your head. So I'm sure you're going to get well acquainted with them and know how to meet your goals. Any other questions, guys? Fantastic. Thank you, Osman. I loved your questions. If anyone else has more questions, I'm super happy to help. We have run over here, so I will be wrapping things up. If anybody has more questions, I did share on chat our WhatsApp number, so you can speak with our team. We have a team of advisors that are on board on Nexford's main WhatsApp line to answer any other questions that you have. You can also email our team at help@nexford.org for any further questions, and we're super happy to help you. And of course, I shared a link for our booking forms on our website, which also includes a link for you to book a one-on-one session with me if you'd like another tour of the online platform. All right, I think we're not receiving any more questions, so I will wrap up our call now. Like I said, you have our contact info, and the final reminder that anybody who wishes to join our November intake, please make sure you apply and enroll by October 27th. So the deadline to join any upcoming intake, to join any month, is the 27th of the previous month. And that's a very important date to remember. So you need to apply and enroll by or on October 27 if you wish to start your Nexford program on November 1. If you miss the November 1 intake, then the next one you can join is December 1 or January 1 and so on. Alternatively, you can apply and enroll in October and choose a future program start date as far as 3 months ahead. So if you wish to start in January or February, you can still apply and enroll this month and choose to start then, which means you only need to pay a one-time payment of at least the first month of your program tuition. And then you won't need to pay again until before the second month of your program, the second month of your program. I hope that's clear. Again, guys, if not, you have the contact info. We look forward to hearing from you, and I definitely look forward to all of you joining Nexford's global learning community. So thanks again for joining me today. I hope you have a good day or a good evening. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye.